So next was from White Goulding. The subject is Dominik's wedding. Hi, Disco. My question is for Conan. I've seen the photos and videos online of Dominik's wedding. Looked like a great time. Dom had a nice-looking suit on. His wife is a babe, etc. But of course, as you likely would have predicted, the IWC are incensed over it. Their complaint is that Dominik Mysterio would rather get married to the love of his life, a total babe, than kayfabe his fake relationship with Rhea Ripley in their scripted storyline for their fake fighting job. Conan, do you think you'll ever get used to how pathetic the IWC is? Also, any hot drama or news from the wedding? Saw that a bunch of wrestlers were there. Yeah, I saw this. We were going to have this email. I was going to bring it up. How was the wedding, Conan? What was your experience?
Oh, the wedding was excellent. It was in a botanical garden, so it was beautiful. And it wasn't like overly done, and you can tell those guys, all those Judgment guys are really, really close.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only guy that was in there was Finn Balor. It was beautiful. His family's there. His best friends are there. His best friend's name is Daniel, who also represents him and Ray.
Yeah.
And he went up there and he was really funny, which I didn't expect him to be. What was really weird is me and Ray were standing and he goes, "Can you believe these?" And like, I'm not kidding you, bro. All the wrestlers just about were all smoking vape pens, but they were doing it in front of everybody. And he goes, "Can you believe they just do it in front of everybody?" I go, "It's a different generation. They just hit it, put it in their pocket, hit it, put it in their pocket." And I was like, that's so weird because when we broke into the business, nobody smoked. Now everybody does. And let me just say this, and I'm not going to get into details. Matt Riddle, without a doubt, is one of the craziest guys I've ever met. I can see why they had to let him go. First of all, let me just say this. This I will say. So there was this guy that we had on the show once. I don't know if you remember him, Disco, called Spiff.
Mm.
He was all right.
He was all Enzo. Yeah, he was all Enzo.
Yeah.
All right. So Spiff works a lot with hip hop artists from Rick Ross to Anuel, and he's always dresses nice, and he had these shoes on that were beautiful. They were like purple, and it was kind of like for a new kind of like Judgment Day colors, and like it's really nice. And it had like a little face on it. And I thought he had the best shoes in the place until Matt Riddle walked in. First of all, Matt Riddle was wearing a baseball cap, okay, backwards, and he was wearing sandals. How beautiful is that?
Let's just move.
Yeah. I will say I do have a comment about this. So.
Yeah.
And this for Rhea Ripley too, because Rhea Ripley had a thing on her, when she was complaining about the way Maxine Dupree was treated by the fan, right?
Right.
And they showed her with Buddy, like she's with Buddy Murphy, and that's they're together and stuff and all that, and that's fine. But like, if your social media is going to be promoting your character on the show, I would not do this. Get 2 accounts. Get one with your real name and stuff. If your friends and stuff want to, but if you're Dominik Mysterio, and like you're dating Rhea Ripley on the show, and Dominik Mysterio on Instagram is the Dominik Mysterio that's posting in character stuff and saying that then out of the blue you post this, I would call that a mistake. I wouldn't do it. And a lot of wrestlers today do this. If you're going to promote your social media, bro, go all in with your character, because the company will look at you positively, and they will look at this as like I wouldn't be surprised if they might not get heat over this. I wouldn't be surprised, because there's still some old school people running that show. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What do you think about that, Cody? Would you agree with me that like if you're
I would agree with you on that. Yes, I would. But I'm old school like you.
Right.
This is a new generation. They think differently, and there's no way he's going to get heat over this, because everybody else, she has pictures. What are they going to do? Get heat on Rhea and get heat on Dominik because, they have a boyfriend and a wife? Wait a minute. Because they have a boyfriend and a wife. I understand and I agree with you, dude. I'm telling you what I think is happening. There's too many young people. It'll get heat with the boys. I really believe that.
Right.
If The Office starts doing that. And you're absolutely right. I would have 2 different accounts.
Yeah, just have 2 different accounts. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Because you're just confused. You're just going to confuse a percentage of your followers. It's just I don't know.
Yo, what up? This is Conan, and I host Keeping It 100, my co-host, Disco Inferno, unfortunately.
Well, I'd say you're my co-host.
Listen, every Thursday here on Spreaker, we talk pro wrestling, sports, movies, music, TV, pop culture, and some politics. It's everything the rest of the pro wrestling podcasts are not.
Tune in to hear myself, the superior one, educate and inform.
Tune in to hear me bury Disco.
That's very disrespectful.
Join us every Thursday on Spreaker and keep it 100. Boom!